Hey guys, White Dynamite JR here. This is the long and awaited 50 things of White Dynamite JR. So, let's rip into it. Okay, number one. Were you named after anyone? So, my White Dynamite JR does have a wee bit of background. The White Dynamite, if you have a look at the movie Black Dynamite, that's where the White Dynamite comes from. I'll leave you to fill in the blanks there. JR is from Jim Ross, good old JR. He's a famous commentator for WWE. Back then it was WWF. Also, JR also is a bit of backstory of my original first and last name together. Because I got married and then divorced. So I took her name, so I changed my last name. But the first and middle name is the JR, because a lot of the boys in my natural side of the family had John and Walsh together, and the middle names were different, so they were all John and then whatever their middle name was. Anyway, on to number two. When was the last time I cried? The last time I really absolutely cried was back in January the 25th, when a traumatic event happened while I was at work. I remained calm and professional throughout the situation, but when I got back to the private zone, I just couldn't take it anymore, and that's the last time I absolutely cried. Okay, question number three. Do I like my handwriting? No. I absolutely hate my handwriting. It's the worst handwriting I have ever seen. I used to always get hit over the knuckles. Teachers flick me with a ruler as they're walking past, or flick me in the hands if they didn't like my handwriting. So yeah, no, it has never improved. Okay, what is my favourite lunch meat? Why did I pick this question? Yeah, why did I make this thing? Okay, my favourite lunch meat is fat-free ham and chicken luncheon. Has to be the fresh stuff, not the stuff you get from the back of the deli, because it's not always fresh. But I do like it because you can put, mince pies with it, chips on it with a bit of sauce or mayonnaise. It just goes with everything. It's really yummy. Do I have kids? Yes. Yes, I do. I have one. His name is Lucas. Absolutely love him to death. I will bend over backwards for that kid. And I would do anything for that kid. And if anyone harmed him, job be damned, life be damned, I would do anything for that boy. No one would harm him if I'm around. Absolutely nobody. If I were another person, would I be friends with me? Questionable. Very questionable. I can be a bit of a dick sometimes, but at least I'm honest. I do like to have a laugh. Sometimes I do go a bit overboard, and I do push boundaries, but I only do that to the people I actually respect. So if you're one of the lucky ones that I joke, play practical jokes on, laugh, or just be a dick or make a stupid comment, that means I actually like you and I respect you. So don't take it personally, because it's just me. Do I use sarcasm a lot? Yes. Some days you have to, because otherwise you just go mentally insane. I would go mentally insane. It's just it's just how I roll. Do I still have my tonsils? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know if it's a bad thing or not. Have I ever been bungee jumping? No. Would I? Yes. I love heights and I love everything about falling and free falling and that sort of thing. I just don't like the sudden stop at the other end. Not afraid of it, just not keen on it. But yes, I would go bungee jumping. My favourite cereal? It is a bit of a hard one because I grew up on Sanitarium Weet-Bix. A bit of a Sanitarium Weet-Bix plug there. Sorry, guys. So there you go, Sanitarium, free plug for you. Also, I also do enjoy those Lucky Charms. You can only get them in the international aisle in some supermarkets, and very expensive a box, so you only get them like once in a blue moon. But I do love those Lucky Charms. Do I untie my shoes when I take them off? Depends. It really depends on what shoes they are. If they're really, really fancy shoes, maybe. If they're not, if they're just general sneakers and you're just, slipping out of them and going back for a walk, nah, I won't. They'll be loosely tied, but they'll be tied up. Do I think I'm strong? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Again, it depends on the situation. Um, it also depends on what the job is and who's around, because sometimes if a boss is around or anything like that, I don't want to look stupid or weak, so I do tend to go overboard, and I always hurt myself in the end. Always. What is my favorite ice cream? My family would contest to this. Not contest to it, would be up for tell you that it is mine too, but goody goody gumdrops. Because if I got to it first, there'd be bugger all lollies for them if they came and got any ice cream, because it would just be the blue lagoon underneath. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. What is the first thing I noticed about people? First thing I notice about people is what their body vibes are doing. If I'm getting a positive vibe off them. If I also like their sense of humour, but mostly body vibes and, are they being genuine towards me? Because if not, I'm just not interested. And I have a very good way of reading vibes. And not to drop names here, but there is a couple of people there when I am working with them, it is very, very difficult because the vibes I'm getting is just, I can't work with it, so I have to go for a walk. Ooh. Red, do I like red or pink? No. I like blue and gold. But some days I do like black. I love black. What is the least favourite thing about myself? Sometimes I do put myself down a lot. I do put myself down quite a bit. And I do take some vibes very, very personally. So, yeah, that is one thing I don't like about myself. What do I miss the most? My dog, Cody. And my son. I do miss them. I only see my son twice a week, 2 nights a week, and sometimes some other days. But yeah, I do miss him. And and the cat Sylvester too. Yeah. Cody was a dog we had as well as a kid. I do miss him. Um, oh, hmm. Which one should I give you now? What is the spark feature that helped you the most? Um, friends. Friends, the ones that have picked me up through hard times, and family members that have helped me out through hard times. Yeah, that's the spark feature that's helped me out the most. What colour shoes do I like wearing? I do like wearing black ones mostly. But if I will, sometimes I'll mix it up with a bit of colour on my sneakers. Just, for running, I like to have some colour in my sneakers. It does help. Um, what was the what's my favourite meal and what was the last thing I ate? Okay, so the last thing I ate was fish fingers and that, but my most favourite meal is carrot eggs. My foster father, or as I call him, Dad, used he did make the most awesome carrot eggs. No one has been able to beat it. No shop, no person has ever beaten it. To this day, I'd love to know how he made it, exactly how he made it, but no, it's going to go with him, I think. Um, what's the music I like listening to? In case you don't know, that was number 21. What music do I like listening to? Rock. I don't like heavy metal. Don't like opera. I do love country music. I love my country music. And also tap dance. Yeah, the river dance stuff. I love that. Bagpipes. You play a bagpipes and you've got me. You will have me doing anything you want if there is bagpipes playing. I'm just a sucker for them. Um, Classical music. I do listen to classical music at night sometimes just to help get to sleep because it does help. R&B, pop, classic hits, sometimes girly hits because some of them are really cool. They have cool upbeats. All right, what can I give you now? Number 22. If I was a crayon, what color would I be? Blue. I'd be blue because that's the one that everyone associates with a good day. Because blue sky equals a good day because it's sunny and everyone loves the sun. What are my favourite smells? My favourite smells would be fresh coffee. Has to be fresh coffee because I can tell the difference between burnt coffee and stale coffee. Yes, there is such a thing as stale coffee. Freshly cooked meal, like as it's cooking, and you can smell it just like a roast. It just makes your mouth water smelling it. But I also do love a good fragrance as well, like a good incense. Has to be a good one. My favorite incense would be Dragon's Blood, though. Yeah. Who was the last person I talked to on the phone? My mum. Yeah, yeah, because she's in Wakawaiti in New Zealand, and I'm in Christchurch. So yeah, we had a nice wee chat on the phone. It's been a long, long time. So that was quite nice. Yeah. Would I pick a mountain hideaway or a beach house? Mountain hideaway. I love hiking. Absolutely love hiking. Just getting lost in nature and having everything turned off and forgetting about everybody and just going for a walk. Absolute bliss. Just nothing Nothing. You just switch your head off. Just enjoy nature. Absolutely wonderful. Favorite sports to watch? UFC, WWE, football, and I mean football, not soccer, and American Gridiron, or NFL for you die-hard fans. And also, I am a Green Bay Packers fan and Otago Highlanders, which is the Super Rugby team. And for NPC, Otago. What is my natural hair colour? Ginger. But over years it has darkened, and then I've darkened it even more, putting brown in. But as you can tell, I've gone a bit silvery over the years. Have I ever worn contacts? No. Yeah, a couple of times, but I don't like them because I don't like poking my eyes. And do I wear glasses? Yes, I do. But only if I get severe migraines or headaches, or my eyes just get a bit strained. I do put them on, but I don't actually need them. They just do help. Favorite joke? I don't really have one. I've heard pretty much heaps of jokes, so it's hard to tell which is my favorite. But if you've got a good Irish one, hit me up because I'll be very, very keen to see. Whoa. Scary movies or happy endings? I do like happy ending. Depending on the happy ending, I am what you call a sensitive guy, so I do cry in movies. Don't hold that against me. But I do love a good scary movie. Nothing gets adrenaline pumping like a good, oh my god, fucking run! Sorry about my French. Last movie I watched, The Green Mile, because I love The Green Mile. Absolutely love it. It's one of the movies that will always make me cry. But I love that movie. It's my favourite. What's my favourite colour shirt? Again, red, black, blue or gold. Blue and gold mostly. But I do sometimes go red or black depending on what the day brings and what my mood is. Summer. Do I like summer or winter? I do like summer, but I love the winter because it's cold. It reminds me of home, and Dunedin is just cold, so yeah, I love it. So yeah, hugs or kisses? Don't know. I'm not a big fan of both of them. I do love kisses if it's done right. I'm not a big hugging person. So if you ever come and give me a hug and you wonder why I'm not doing it, that's why. I'm just not a hugger. Also, handshakes. I'm not very keen on handshakes. That's why sometimes if I'm saying hello or I'm saying goodbye to you, and you put your hand out, sometimes and it seems I'm a bit hesitant. It's because I am, because I don't like handshakes. Okay, favorite football team. Okay, my favorite football team would be Manchester United, followed by Chelsea, but I do like Manchester United. Strength training or cardio for number 37? I don't really do much strength training because I don't know anything about it and I don't know what groups target and that sort of thing, but I do love my cardio. I love to go running, swimming, mountain biking. That does keep me quite fit. Computer or television? Well, I like both, to be honest. Both of them are really, really good. I do have the computer going through the TV, so that's a bit of a cheat. Okay, number 39. What book have I last read? I don't really read books now. I used to as a kid, but I don't now. I'm just not a book reader. So that's a bit of a dumb fact about me. What was the wildest mouse pad I've ever owned? It was a one shaped as fire, and if you pushed a button, it would light up, and it would make a hallowing noise. Which, if you were half asleep, it would just about scare the shits out of you. Favorite sound? Bellbirds. Bellbird early in the morning, or those birds, that bird sound early in the morning. I love those. That's the best sound I've ever heard. Do I have any tattoos? No. Do I want a tattoo? Yes. I'm actually going to get a Celtic cross or Celtic knot with my son's name and birth date in it, incorporated into it, and I'm going to have it on above my heart, on my heart, on my breast, around the breastplate area. As that's he means something special to me, so yeah. Rolling Stones, Beatles, or Bee Gees? Bee Gees. I'm a huge Bee Gees fan. And Carl from work, you know I am too. As from the post I send you all the time and tag you in them. Number 44. What is the furthest you have ever been from home in 2013? 2013? No, I wasn't. But to take the date off it and go back to furthest I've been from home was either Bluff or Auckland. That's the furthest I've been from Dunedin or Christchurch. So, yeah. Do I have a special talent? Well, some people say I'm good at singing, other people say I'm not, but a lot of people say I have been good at singing. But one of my special talents is helping people. I love running into situations where people need help, like first aid or feeling down, and just need somebody to talk to, or better still, just somebody sit and just listen, not talk, not go, oh yeah, I know how you feel, you'll be right, harden up. None of that. Just sit there and listen. The longest I've sat and listened to somebody just offload all their issues, it was a good 3.5 hours. Just let them unload. And once they did, it felt a hell of a lot better. Not fixed, but better. Because somebody listened. So, anyone who needs it, hit me up. I'm all good for it. Favorite place to live? Dunedin, and I would love to go to Ireland again. Where am I living now? Christchurch, New Zealand. And in case you don't know, that was number 47. So Christchurch, New Zealand is where I'm living now, but I was raised in Dunedin. Number 48. What my favourite house was? My favourite house was one in Caversham, back in Dunedin. It was up from the Carisbrook Stadium, about 5-minute walk, 2-minute walk if you were really fast. There was a fish and chip shop to the left or right of me, a restaurant across the road, and beside the restaurant was a bar and a dairy and a service station to the other side of this restaurant. So I pretty much had everything around me. but it was a big open place, huge backyard, huge sunroom, good people coming in and going all the time. It was just an awesome life. I do miss that place. Number 49. What colour is my car? Black. What colour was my first car? Light blue, with the red stripe and black stripe on it. My first car was a Honda City E. It's very, very shitty, or as my friends called it, Honda Shitty. It was one of those cars that you could pass a bus up Stewart Street. In case you're not familiar with Dunedin, though, Stewart Street is a very, very steep street that goes from centre of town all the way up and back down again to Croker Valley Road. Or if you're at the top, before you go down, you turn left and up to a roundabout and you're in Roslyn or Highgate, depending on which way you go from the roundabout. But it's very, very steep, and you can pass a bus going up. You pull back over and the bus will pass you because you've just lost all momentum. It was a very, very shitty car. You've heard of chick magnets? No, not that car. A chick saw you driving that car, yeah, you're gonna, if you were a virgin, you're gonna be a virgin for life. That was a shitty car. Any pets? No, not at the moment. No. I do have one cat that's with the ex-wife, but I am in verge of getting that back. I'm just going to check with my flatmate and see if I'm allowed it. Now, if you've been paying attention, that was number 50. I do have one more. 51. Okay. 51 would be if I were to pass away and come back as anything, what would I come back as? This is a bit of a tricky one. I know some of you are probably thinking, well, you'd probably be like an ant or a freaking bird or something. But no, I'd come back as a tiger. I love the colours of tigers, but I love tigers. I think they are incredibly awesome. Okay, there you go. 50 things of White Dynamite JR. Also, in case I didn't say it on top of the video, my name used to be John Walsh, but my name now is John Barnden. That's John Barnden. I am a full-time security officer working as well, and also duty manager of another mall. So security officer of one mall and duty manager of another mall. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you where because contractual obligations, and I will not breach that. So yeah, so White Dynamite JR signing out.